Ashe, Ashe and Grand Rising once again to you all, my very beautiful people. Yes, you my highly enriched melanin people. You the Earth's original and organic humans, aka my fellow Africans. It is I, the Mystic Philosopher. And yes, it is evident that I'm still here with you on this side of reality. And welcome back to the Mystic Peace, talking again on the 15 minutes with I, the Mystic Philosopher, episode 43. Now, the main topic of this series, as you know by now, most of you who have been following me know by now, or this series of talks is stress on the mind, or more correctly, the impact that this thing called stress is having on the thing that we humans call the mind, and that from I, the Mystic Philosopher's perspective, the solution to this problem or to this disease called stress can or may be found in and by understanding, understanding, and overstanding the want equation. Namely, want is equal to money, which is equal to stress, which is equal to unhappiness. And also by putting into practice the knowledge that can be gained from this profound equation. And the quote that I am using and have been using since the start of this series of talk to illustrate my points is from the 23rd Psalm, from the Adamic Race History and Holy Book. And I quote, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." So far, from the quote, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," which is taken from the Adamic Race History and Holy Book, as mentioned, aka the Christian Holy Bible, I think that I've dissected, defined, explained, and shared some of my perspectives with you on almost every word and phrase except for the word want. For example, I've defined, explained, and shared some of my perspectives on the word Lord, on the phrase the Lord, on the word shepherd, the word sheep, the word herd, and the phrase and command, "I shall not." And now I would like to talk about the word want itself. But before I do so, I think that I should spend a little time and talk to you and just introduce you to a few important questions, ideas, and thoughts about the word word. And then at another time, answer and share with you some of my perspectives on the question of what is a word and what are words, where do words come from, and are words the things that they talk about and the things that they represent. Now, have any of you, my listeners, ever taken time out to meditate on this thing called word, and to ask yourselves questions about words, and to seriously think about the things called words? What are they? They meaning, what are they meaning, their definitions and their power in our lives? What are the definitions and meanings of words and their powers in our lives? And by extension, the word language, its meanings and its definitions and its power. Now, these are subjects and topics. Those of you that have been following me know that I have already dealt with and talked about. In some cases, I've talked about them quite exhaustively and thereby shared some of my unique perspectives on them in some of my previous writings, some of my talks, even my songs and lecture presentations, etc. So, what is word and what are words? Now, because from the Mystic Philosopher's perspective, this is such a deep, metaphysical and important topic, I would like to readdress it separately and at another time, especially for some of you, my new listeners. So I will not get into it that deep or exhaustively here in this presentation. Time would not permit me anyhow. But in summary for now, this much I can and will tell you about words. Words are magic. And language is magical. When we speak, we are actually performing magic. Words are seeds of life. And words are also seeds of death, that which we call death. Our words produce life, and word produces that which we call death. Words create and words destroy. Examples, words bring things into reality, into being, if you will. Words create peace and words create war. It is words that rule or govern the mind. It is words that govern our mind and govern the thing called mind, and it is the mind that rule the world. From my perspective, the popular saying or the popular quote by many motivational speakers and preachers and politicians, etc., that said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never harm me, unquote, is false, is a lie. It's untrue. Again, please let me give you a few quotes and some very wise and practical sayings from the Adamic race that can be found in the Adamic race history and holy book on the word and the power of words. And just for your information, these wise sayings that I will be quoting for you, I can also logically prove to you, or any of you, and especially all of my critiques, that they did not originate with the Adamic race and races of humankind or with their Adamic God, but that they originated with and that they were practiced by our most honorable African ancestors for thousands, if not millions of years prior to the creation, the existence, and these invasive species invade our planet called the Adamic race and races. Quote, and I quote, "For he spake, and it was done, he commanded, and it stood fast." That is in the Adamic book, Psalm 33 and verse 9. The word is a lamp unto my feet and a lamp and a light unto my path. Also from the book, gentle words bring life and health, and a deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. And in the Proverbs again we read, from the Adamic races book, we read, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. Another quote, a person's words can be life-giving water. Words of life, wisdom are as refreshing as a bubbling brook. That is also from the Proverbs, I think it's 18 verse 4. Unquote. So now that we know, or at the very least now that we have an idea of what words are, and what words, and that words are seeds. Now, let us address the word want and the question of what, and the question of the word want. For example, what is want? 2 questions such as, what is want? Number 2 question, what kind of seed is it? It meaning want. What type of fruits does it? It again meaning want. What type of fruit does it produce? Or produces. Number 4, when you say you want, do you know exactly what you are actually saying, and to whom or to what you're actually speaking? Or let me rephrase it. Or when you say that we want, do we know exactly what we are actually saying and to whom or to what we are actually speaking? Have you, my melanin people, I'm speaking to you, my melanin people, my African people, have you ever really seriously thought about these questions and these things? Number 5, what is the spirit, the energy, the entity, and the potential entities that are enveloped or that are wrapped up in the word or in the seed called want, and in the expression want? Number 6, what are we saying, feeling, doing, and expressing if or when we want, and whenever we say that we want? Number 7, where are we expressing ourselves whenever we want, or whenever we say that we want? Or if you prefer, where are we sowing wants, or where are we sowing the seeds of want? Number 8, question number 8, who or what are we telling that we want? Number 9, have you ever thought very seriously about want and why you shall not and why you should not want or why you should not be found wanting? And question number 10, have you ever think to yourself and ask yourself why you are always found wanting? Question 11, have you ever asked yourself why in a world where there is more than plenty, yet we humans, and especially humankind, the Adamic races, are always wanting, can never be satisfied? And number 12, in one of my earlier episodes, I made mention of a research that was carried out whereby millions of people the world over was asked the question, and the question goes like this, if you would say in one word what you want more in life, and has evaded you the longest, what would that be? And the 10 top answers that was given are as follows. Number 1, happiness. Number 2, money. Number 3, personal freedom. Number 4, peace of mind. Number 5, joy. Number 6, balance. Number 7, fulfillment. Number 8, confidence. Number 9, stability. Number 10, passion. And some of my 13th and final question, and my 13th and final question for now is this. Why are these same people not want no more? In other words, why are they still wanting? Again, thus far, obviously I would not be able to answer all these questions right now. I pose them to you to think about. So, thus far today and in this episode, I honestly think that I have given you, or at least I honestly think that I may have given some of you, if not all of you, a lot more to think about and possibly a lot more to look forward to in my next episode, especially as it relates to stress and the want equation. And so, in the interest of time, I think that I should just pause here because I won't be able to get into all those questions and I want to deal with them so you get a thorough understanding of it. So in the interest of time, I think I should just pause here for today and ask that you please join me if or when next I'm talking again, possibly in episode 43, where and when I will be answering some of the aforementioned questions while talking and sharing with you my perspective on this, the magical, mystical, and metaphysical aspect of the word want as it relates to the command and the commandment. You shall not want, my people, you shall not want. For I shall not want, you shall not want, we shall not want, and nor should we be found wanting. I'll be getting into it, trust me. In the meantime and between time, please let me remind you, my people, yes, that yesterday is history. It too is dead and gone, no more to come back. Tomorrow is a mystery. It too may never come. But today is a gift, which is why we call it the present day. And so I hereby implore you, yes, I'm hereby imploring you to live for today. By live, I mean, it's to claim your natural birthright. That is what we are for, nature's birthright. And just in case you, my people, due to all the stress and all of that, you don't know or you may have forgotten, I haven't heard me before, what that is, it is your happiness. And I implore you to full joy today. And then let's hope for tomorrow, for it too may never come, for you or for I. I thank you for your time and for listening. I am the Mystic Philosopher. Ashe, 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 I say, every time.